Hello and welcome to Toffee Service. This video will deal with this little thing. This is the Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. I bought this for, sorry if the camera shakes a bit, it's on a stand. I bought this for my wife and me, birthday gift for my wife, and I also bought myself one. This video is being recorded on the Flip 3 that I own. If the image shakes, I'm sorry, it's on a stand and it's attached to the same table that I'm doing the work on. So today I'm gonna show you how to put on one of these. This is the ORZERO NEWZERO screen protector. It's like a flexible screen protector. We do recommend that you scan this code on the back and you go and watch the videos. But what I saw in the videos is, first and foremost, there is no actual video for the Flip 3. Second of all, the videos are in German mostly, and it's not very descriptive of the Flip 3, only the Fold 3 on the one you see. So I'm just gonna do this as an example of the Flip 3, so people can hopefully try to put this on without too much bubbles, because it's actually kind of easy. You just need to be slow and thorough. So first I'll just remove the phone. This is the Lavendel. Start by removing the plastic around the phone. She has not even taken it out of the pack and she's had it for a month. Many people think that, oh, what about the crack here? Will it break the protector? No, it will not. The protector is almost like the film that you have in your household that you used to just wrap around boxes and stuff when you have some food you just want to protect. It's really, really soft, and it's like 3 layers. It's the bottom layer is the film itself. It's stuck to like a plastic cover, and on top of that there is another film that you used to rip off. So I'm gonna see if I can find some examples. Give me a sec. Yeah. This is an example of the top layer that you rip off. The film is attached to this. This is the middle layer. It's kind of thicker. It's like hard, not hard plastic, but kind of different. And you have 2 pieces. There is one for the back and there's one for the side. This is for the back, and which one is this for? This is for the front. So for each of these you have this one. Really important to not remove it before you should. This see here, there's a nudge here indicating camera. See if I can just bend it so you see against the light. Barely you can see it just in the center here. So that is for the back flash, and then you have this insert is for the camera, and then you have a middle film which is supposed to protect the hinge. I do not recommend to put that because the space between the hinge and the physical phone is extremely tight. So if you use this, it may actually be too tight to close properly. And personally, I have bought me a spring and case, which I'm gonna use. My wife has the original Samsung case, which is actually, this is not soft plastic, it's hard plastic. We wanted the soft plastic, but that's how it is. So what I'm gonna start with now is the front part. So this is extras in my pack. I'm just gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna open her pack. I'll show you what's in there. I honestly have no idea what some of these things are. These are some rubber thingies. I'm not sure what they are. I think they are for like smoothing out the bubbles. But you also have a different piece here. You see, you have in this pack you have 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1 and 2. So you have 3 sets of film. So you can change a lot. There are actually instructions as well. The instructions are not so easy to do as if you had it. And you see there is no reference to the sponges. There's no reference to these here. I'm not sure what they're actually for. So that's instructions. And then you have these. This one we will use to remove dust from the screen after we wiped it clean. So we're gonna make sure there is no fingerprints or anything like that on it. And these, the back part here, you see the front part has a wrapper here that you can use to pull off, because everything here is just one, and it's split in two, but you do one part and then the second part, but you only need one for the whole thing. But for the back part you have several pieces, and you need to use the small ones here for that. I'll show you that in a bit. And yeah, so you have the back part and you have the front part. I will start with the front part. And you will need, I use 2 of these because there's only one wet wipe in each side. You could probably do it, but when you flip the phone it will be dusty and stuff, so I will use 2 of these. So that is that. We will start where you actually have extra. So you have 2 and then you have 2. So there's actually 2 for each. There's 3 sets, so it's 2 for each. So I think it's designed to actually be used. And then you have this. This is really important because that's the one you're going to use to wipe out the bubbles. So let's see. It's not always easy to open this. Try not to touch the cloth. You do not want dust on it. Just put it to the side without touching it too much. And then you can take out these. We'll use them in a little bit. Put that there. And so we start with a wet wipe. Now on the phone itself, you can actually see there is a protector already, but you do not remove this. You put the new protector outside it. This is the fabric, a factory protector. So you can actually remove it, but you should not, because it is an extra security of the screen, and the screen will work perfectly without with it on. So just leave that on. Don't try to remove it. It will just make it harder. So take the wet wipe. I usually just use 2 folds. It's not so important like that. So just wipe it good. Try to get all the fingerprints off. Don't worry. This is actually certified for handling fluids. This phone. So even if it gets wet, it doesn't matter. So you do that. Just wipe it good. Hold the edges. Don't hold the frame so much on the top side, just because you can easily get your finger on the inside. So just do like this. Wipe it until it's almost dry, but not fully dry. And then you take the cloth, this, put it on, and you wipe it down. It should be super shiny once you're done. And just hold it against the light. Check that you have no wipes, no fingerprints. You see here. Now, after you use this, you will not use it again on this side. Now we're gonna use this. Take the big one, not the smaller ones. And you will see that, like here in the middle, there may be some dust particles, but you just start on the side, put it all the way down flat. Use 2 fingers, even if needed. Just go slow. My room is not 100% dust free, so it's not easy to get everything, but I'll do my best. If you see fingerprints, this is the time to remove it and then wipe it off again afterwards. See, it's becoming pretty shiny. Angle it towards the light, check if there is anything anywhere. This is actually looking good already. Some small particles. A problem with the tiny dust particles is that if they get in between the screen and the protector, it may cause a bubble, because it will be like a micro opening there, so the bubble can attach there. Okay, so put that to the side. Try to put it with a hinge up, with the glue up, so you can reuse it if needed. Okay, so now we start with one of the fronts. So you start with just taking it out of the plastic carefully, so you don't touch it. Don't worry about the front or the back. Like this. Now, this is the main part. You start with number 1. You will see there is a number here. I don't know if you can focus on that. That's number 1, and then there's number 2 and number 3. That's the order you should be removing these. Okay? So, just refocusing. Start with removing this. And I can already see there is some dust there, so I will just remove it. Once you get the protector on for the first time, you will basically not remove it, so it's not so much risk getting dust, but you just need to make sure that when you put it down for the first time, there is no dust. Okay, now we will use this to aim here. That is where you have the camera, and it's the best way to align it perfectly. Okay, I will just go below because it's not so easy to see. Support the thingy on the back here, so you just rest your fingers there, because then you can make sure you aim properly. Look here on the edges that you feel that it's actually straight downwards, so it's not skewed. And then when you feel you have it, press and hold the camera, and then you slide down to the back, and then you try to aim and see that you are getting the protector on to the edge. Don't worry about the bubbles. There. This is just the first step. I'll show you. See? kind of hard. There you can see I managed to get the camera in almost the perfect position, and that is important because it will be aligning at the back here as well. So if you manage to get the camera positioned correctly, everything here should be kind of straight. Okay, we're not going to remove anything now. We're going to use this. This is the first step. I know it will seem like a waste to try and remove the bubbles now, but that's what the instruction video said, so I will just do that. So a lot of the bubbles are basically removed here. And I read somewhere that when you put these on, don't worry so much about the bubbles, because if there is like a tiny bubble, it would usually be gone after about 24 hours. And we are going to remove it again, so before we put it down again. So this is just like a temporary bubble removal. You will see in a bit why. And so this is actually brilliant. It's hard paper with like a cloth on the side, so it's kind of hard. And we'll see if it can. Yeah, this doesn't do so much. I tried to use the sponge, but it didn't do so much. Okay, so you can use it like this, but the edges here on the sides might get in the way, or you can use it sideways like that. I like to do like this, because then you can use the whole length of the thingy, and it should not slide at all. There. Now, in the video they say that you should go, but the problem is this one is too wide. I could probably cut it so it's the perfect width. That might actually be the best option. Thinking if I should. I could try with the other one. I have a different one. Let me see if I could cut it, because if I do that, I don't have to move it so much. You see, here's the scissor. So that is so much better. See, now it has the exact correct one. Previously I had to do like this, hold it and just do like this. Now I can actually just move it sideways as I want it. So it may actually be easier to remove the bubbles now than it was before. I think the reason it's like this is because it's like a universal thingy. Now, that was step 1. Now we have step 2. It will seem counterproductive, but we are actually gonna remove it by opening here and lifting it. Now there is a crack here. It's like separated here. So now we're gonna take the one I adapted. I'm gonna put it here, and we're gonna fold it over. And then it's actually still here, the thingy. Then you press down evenly. Try to remove it as evenly as possible, moving it side to side. Lift the plastic a little bit. It's hard to see now. But try to keep this straight because it guides where the protector behind it is. And don't rush it, go slow. So if you do it correctly, it should be more or less in the center, like here. And I'm actually kind of happy with that. When I did this the first time on my phone, there was a little bit of bubbles. You can see here, I'll just angle it to the light. There's no bubbles. Don't worry about the scratches. It's actually just on the top film. It's not on the protector itself. As you can see, there are actually no bubbles on that one. So it was a really good idea to cut the thingy down to size. Just to be sure, use it on the edges here, because you're not going to remove it like I did again. There is a chance there may be something under here, so work that piece kind of a lot. There. Happy with that. That's the front part. As you can see, no bubbles. Now, the next one is the same, you're just doing it the opposite direction. You open it on the side, try to not touch the film on the inside. It's kind of a little bit hard, like that. And then you need to flip it up, hold it here on the side. When you get down, support your 2 fingers on the frame itself to keep it on a straight angle. See here, make sure there is no bubbles here. And because you are actually bending it like this, it should not create bubbles. Hard to show. It should not create bubbles in the fold itself. So you do like this. Make sure you have it down to size. Make sure the first millimeters will be removing the thingy. Just go slow. Don't rush it. If you rush it, you may get bubbles. You can aim it like this by twisting the back part. And it's looking good. Now when you get to the end here, stop a little bit. Just make sure you lift it so it goes above the edge so it doesn't stop. That I have to say myself happy with. I think that was pretty much perfect compared to when I put my own. Just go over the edges a little bit here. Remember, the protector is still under a film, so what you're doing here is actually on top of the film, so you're not scratching the protector. So just work out the edges and the sides if you have any bubbles. There is a small plastic here. You just wrap it around the edge. The reason that's there is if you later crack this one, you can use this to take off the protector. It's really nice. So just fold that over. So you know that later when you need to remove the protector, it's easy to remove the protector. There. Now why so much work for so little? Okay, now you can see there is not a single bubble on this one. My wife, she has total phobia for bubbles. She's like, please don't make bubbles. So she will be really happy with this. And you can see here, because the film is really soft, when you fold the phone, it doesn't crack or bend or anything. The reason you saw that is because I haven't removed this yet. That's just a top layer, so we can remove this. I would say that's pretty much as perfect as you can do it. Now we're just gonna wipe it down I prefer to use actually just normal eyeglass wipes. Just to clean the new protector. Just work in the edges. Don't worry, this will not remove the protector, it's just removing dust. There. That's the finished front. Okay, so what remains now is the back. I was thinking, should I put something on the back, because what if will it stick in the case? And I haven't tested yet, but I do think so, and it is an extra protection because the back here is glass, and there is also I don't know if it's a protector. It looks almost like a protector, but I cannot feel anything. It's totally transparent. So now we're gonna repeat the process, but we're gonna use the back one, which is like 4 parts. We start off taking a new of those wiping thingies. Oh, it's like a mystery to try and open these. Where is the opening? This one to the side. I use this one because it's what says in the manufacturer's video of the protector, and I don't know if it actually has any effect on the protector itself, but they use it. I use it. You just remove the sticker of the serial number and stuff here, because you cannot have that under the protector. It needs to be gone. Okay, that's that. And then we have the wipe. Here I just press the middle, which is the metal. I don't press the glass itself because I would leave fingerprints. Make sure you wipe off the cameras. Now there is a trick to put this. I didn't do it earlier on my phone, but I will do it correctly this time. The instructions actually say to follow the 1, 2, 3. I started with the 2, and I just realized it was a little bit harder because you didn't have anything to aim after. There. And like before, I'll just take a new of these. Just hold again, pat it down so you make sure you remove all the possible dust pieces. Here is really hard to see the dust because it's not a black surface, it's just a... I think I touched the glass here a bit. Easier if you just hold the frame on the side. Okay. Now we have the back side. And I'm gonna start with the front for the camera. So I start off by removing the circle. There's actually just an insert there. I think you can actually put a film, but it would cover both lenses. So I just remove the whole protector for that part. Like so. Try not to bend here, because there is still the protector inside. I recommend going on the other side here. You have to take it out like that. Now, what I did wrong before was that I aimed exactly over this. This time I'm actually gonna do it a bit differently, because when you aim exactly and you bend it, it doesn't become in the exact position afterwards. So I recommend sort of here, aim just like half a millimeter to the right, and I'm pressing with my finger here to sort of aim it around the edge of the camera. And make sure you get it on the edge of the bottom camera as well, like so. I think that looks good. Aim, look here, if it becomes straight, put a finger and just make a line with your finger like that. So it looks like it is a little bit to this side, but when you bend it open to put it on in place, it's actually easier if you do it like that. So now I'm just gonna wipe it down like we did with the other one. Don't worry about the edge here. It will fold into place once you remove the thingy. Okay, now comes the next step, is where you have to use these sticker thingies. Because when you put this on, it will attach to the top layer. And I will actually put it on this side this time. Previous time I started with this and took that off first. I will do this one here first now, not this one. This one last. Because I know this one is in position now, so if I take this one first, it may unskew the position of this one. This one is bigger and have more surface mounting, so I will also put it here, because then I can use the edge to flip. I won't put it here because it's difficult, so I don't put it over the middle. I just put it on one side like this. And then I don't lift of this because it will remove the protector. I just use my finger here. Make sure you get the harder part, not the softer part. And then you lift it. And take your thingy, start, bend it backwards so it can start. Make sure it's straight. Hold it back a bit if it's not. Make sure it leaves the edge. That looks okay. And I don't see any bubbles. Something that resembles a bubble here. I'll try and get it out. I think that will remove itself. So I hope there's no bubble under the tape now. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Now for this part, you can already see that because I stretched this one a little bit this way, it is just hit the edge here where there was like half a millimeter before. So once I open this, use your nail. I'll actually go by the other side. Careful. Just lift it completely. Remember, when you use this one after now, it will stretch it in the opposite direction, so it should be okay. And just put your finger until it sort of starts to flow, and try to aim here. Look at the edge here when you move it forward. Slowly. See, now it stops on the edge. Stop a bit. Wait for it. Don't let it sag or drop. Just slowly apply it. Now it comes to the edge. Try and aim. So you see that the edge here is on the edge here on the thingy. When it comes to the edge, just remove it. And you will see here if it aligns up. This is a perfect alignment there and a perfect alignment there. So just go slowly on the sides here. Work your way around. And I can already tell you guys this is a lot better than when I did it on my own phone. Press down the edge. Remove any bubbles on the edge, like this. See a tiny bubble here. Remember, you can do bubbles both ways. So if there is a bubble somewhere, you can do it both inwards and outwards. Don't forget there is edges. Okay, so I'm just gonna lift it so you can see. That is the application I did, and you can see there's a bubble on the camera towards me, but that will be removed once I remove the top protector. You will see. It's the top protector that keeps it lifted. And you can see the small bubble I had here on the spot, but I think that will be removed as well once it's been like 24 hours or something. You can probably work it out a little bit. If I broke this, my wife would kill me, literally. It's actually movable to the edge. That's good. It's just on the edge now. I'm happy with that. Okay, so the next step is to use this tape to remove it. And then you can see there is like a I think I'm happy with that. Whatever you do on the bubbles, don't pierce them with anything sharp. It is just gonna make it worse. And then you're gonna have a hole in your protector, and it's gonna be feelable all the way. So if you have a small bubble, just live with it. Or you can change the protector because you have 3 in a set and try again. Now I just need to wipe this down again because it got a little bit dusty. I'm gonna start with part number 2. Same here. There are 2 parts. You attach it towards the camera first. See already a fingerprint. Now where is the original? There it is. Again, use the, looks good. Use the flash as a guide, and the protector is not 100% the same size, so just put it just under the flash, and again a little bit to the side here. There. Now I will just lift on this side. Same here, I don't start with the and try to press down on both sides because there is a tiny edge there. That looks perfect. Yeah. This thing sticks to my fingers. You can see. And then I open here again. I don't recommend opening here because it may sort of malform the place where the flash is. Again, keep it pressed when you bend it so that when it flips you start it. Keep it pressed, hold it back so it doesn't run away. Careful when you get to the flash, let it fall down slowly, don't force it. Massage it around the flash head. You can see, because I didn't give it an extra ½ millimeter here, it's I don't know if you can see, it's hard because I don't have so much light. See, it's a little bit just outside the flash, but you can see there is no bubbles. So both of these are now on. Oy. Good thing the screen protector is on the front. My wife would kill me. Okay, so I need to wipe that down again because it's the last piece. Actually, I'm gonna put on the hinge as well because her case don't have a hinge protector like my Spingen case has. Like that. And then we just tap it down a little bit for good measure. That looks good. No finger marks or anything. Okay. And now we have the big one here. Hope I didn't get a fingerprint on it. I don't think so. This one is easier. And basically you can either adjust it to the edges here, which may actually be easier. Last time when I did it on my phone I started here, but if you have it here you can basically hold it down in both ends and you can see if it becomes straight or not. If I hold it here, and there. Should align up pretty nicely. Again, I usually start with the middle here because you have the joint there. And then I just work out these bubbles first and foremost. As you can see, it's because there's so many parts, it takes a while to put on this thing. As you can see on the time on the video now, it's been a while. Okay. I will try and ease out some of these bubbles. I don't know why they actually do this and then they flip it up and then they put it down again, but I think it has something to do with the protector sort of adjusting itself to the surface of the phone. So once you do that, you don't have so many bubbles when you do this. It could be the reason. And here I can use the other one, which is actually wider. See, it has a full coverage of the sides. So start like that. That looks really good. So use both, and there are no bubbles. I would say that's pretty perfect application. There, and now we'll lift this. Just have it on the edge, flip it, and the second it starts to move, just move it in a straight line like that. The reason I haven't used these yet is simply because it would be in the way and create bubbles. I see I'm low on battery on the phone now. I will just quickly finish this off. As you can see, it's none of those. And then you just take this, I already removed that one. Put that back, I may need it. So basically that's it. Bubbles. And the phone is ready for use. Fully protected. So this was a small tutorial on how to put on the ORZERO NEWZERO Screen, which I bought on Amazon, I think, because it was so expensive for the cases on eBay. So, yeah, this was Toffee Service. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one. Please like, subscribe, and send comments below. Bye bye.